On August 18, 1590, John White stepped onto the shore of Roanoke Island, expecting to reunite with his daughter and granddaughter after 3 years away. Instead, he found 115 people had vanished without a trace, including the first English child born in America. The houses were dismantled with military precision. Personal belongings worth a fortune were buried in chests, and carved into a wooden post were 5 letters that would haunt historians for centuries: Croatoan. But here's what makes this case truly terrifying. Recent evidence suggests the colonists didn't just disappear. They were running from something, and that something may have caught them. To understand what happened, we need to go back to July 22, 1587. That's when John White led 115 men, women, and children to establish England's second attempt at a permanent colony in the New World. Among them was his pregnant daughter Eleanor and her husband, Ananias Dare. On August 18, 1587, exactly 3 years before White would return to find them gone, Eleanor gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America. The colony seemed promising. They had supplies, skilled craftsmen, and a strategic location. But by late August, they were already running low on provisions. White made the fateful decision to sail back to England for supplies, leaving behind his daughter, newborn granddaughter, and 114 other souls. He promised to return within months. Instead, England's war with Spain trapped him for 3 agonizing years. But what he found when he finally returned defied all explanation. The scene that greeted John White was like something from a nightmare. The entire settlement had been systematically dismantled. Not destroyed, dismantled. The houses were taken apart board by board. Heavy cannons weighing hundreds of pounds had been moved and hidden. Personal belongings were carefully buried in chests, as if the colonists were planning to return. But return from where? There were no bodies, no graves, no signs of violence or struggle. The palisade fence around the settlement was still intact, ruling out a surprise attack. Most disturbing of all, White found his own belongings, including paintings and scientific instruments, carefully buried and covered. Someone had taken time to preserve his possessions. But who? And why? The only clue was that single word carved into the post: Croatoan. But remember this detail, it becomes crucial later. There was supposed to be a second clue. According to White's own plan, if the colonists were forced to leave, they would carve their destination into a tree or post. If they were in distress, they would add a Maltese cross above the carving. White found Croatoan carved clearly into the post, but no cross. This suggested they left voluntarily to Croatoan Island, about 50 miles south, where friendly Croatoan Indians lived. It seemed like a logical solution. But when White tried to sail there, a massive storm damaged his ship and nearly killed his crew. He was forced to abandon the search and return to England. He never saw his family again. For 400 years, historians assumed the colonists had simply integrated with the Croatoan tribe. But in 1998, archaeologists made a discovery that changed everything. On Croatoan Island, now called Hatteras Island, they found European artifacts dating to the 1580s, copper ingots, tools, and most significantly, a gold signet ring with a lion crest. But here's where the evidence gets disturbing. The artifacts weren't found in a village or settlement. They were scattered, buried, hidden in different locations across the island. But that's not even the most chilling part. In 2007, researchers discovered something that shattered the peaceful integration theory forever. Using ground-penetrating radar on Roanoke Island, they found evidence of a secret fort built inside the original settlement. The colonists had constructed a hidden defensive position within their own walls. They were hiding from something or someone. Even more disturbing, chemical analysis of soil samples revealed traces of lead and gunpowder scattered throughout the area, evidence of a fierce battle that history never recorded. Then in 2012, archaeologists found human remains buried in a mass grave 20 miles inland. Carbon dating placed them in the late 1580s. The bones showed evidence of violence, cut marks, trauma. But here's the detail that will haunt you. Among the remains, they found fragments of Elizabethan-era clothing and a child's toy. Virginia Dare would have been 3 years old when the colony disappeared. The perfect age to play with toys. What really happened to the lost colony of Roanoke wasn't peaceful integration. It was something far more sinister. The evidence suggests the Roanoke colonists faced a threat so severe they dismantled their entire settlement and fled. The careful burial of belongings wasn't preparation for a planned relocation. It was the desperate action of people who hoped to return, but feared they never would. The scattered artifacts on Croatoan Island tell a story of refugees, not welcomed guests. People who arrived with nothing but what they could carry, hiding their few remaining possessions wherever they could. The mass grave, inland, suggests some colonists tried to escape deeper into the wilderness, only to meet a violent end. As for the word Croatoan, it might not have been a destination at all. It might have been a warning, a message about who or what was coming for them. John White never found his daughter, Eleanor, or granddaughter, Virginia Dare. Their fate remains one of America's greatest mysteries. But the evidence suggests they didn't simply disappear into history. They were erased from it. 115 people don't just vanish without a trace unless someone wants them to. The question isn't what happened to the lost colony of Roanoke. The question is who made sure we'd never find out. We left out one crucial detail on purpose, because it connects to our next mystery in a way that will blow your mind. Don't miss it. If you made it this far, you're one of us. Subscribe for daily mysteries.